Hey Leo, welcome to your general tarot reading. So today this reading is going to be about what's triggering you, what's holding you back, how you can overcome it. So we're going to start off with the Dark Goddess Oracle cards. These are for shadow work purposes. So we're going to take a look deep down what's going on within your energy. So you guys actually got Sekhmet, Empowerment. I'm sorry if I pronounce it incorrectly. There isn't really anything showing me how to pronounce it. But so empowerment. I'm going to go ahead and read you out of the book just because there's a lot of information. First of all, we're going to start with who this goddess is and what she controls here. So she's the archetype rebel of Egyptian origin. The powerful one was both a goddess of war and of healing, depicted as a lioness and the fiercest hunter known to the Egyptians. Her breath formed the desert. She protected the pharaohs and went against the grain. When called up, she would rise and lead them in warfare. This is the Dark Goddess's guidance here. You are quite the rebel, aren't you? Often going against the grain, you push through other people's boundaries without knowing what the effect will be. You have been a fighter all of your life, facing up to challenges and overcoming the other people's prejudices directed at you. You stand strong in your belief, regardless of other people's thoughts and feelings. You always rise in opposition against those who are in power for all the wrong reasons. Sekhmet calls you to see the truth from all perspectives. You are a force to be reckoned with as you fearlessly rise up to state your mind. Rebellion needs to be controlled and not forced, as the cost of hurting others or seeking revenge for past hurts. This is your time to empower yourself and to assist others. Become a rebel with a cause, for you have been called to help others who have gone through similar situations and to learn from any mistakes you may have made. The foresight for this Dark Goddess Oracle card is stop being a rebel for the sake of it. Speak your truth lovingly. Try to see both sides of any situation. Draw upon your past experiences to grow stronger. Call upon the strength of Sekhmet to truly stand in your power. Disregard any minor agitations and shine your light. Now there is a little, I don't know what you would call that, like how you can call upon her. And it says, empowering goddess, I call upon you to eliminate all in my life that's not true. Devour and destroy my guilt, fear, and blame. See them light in your solar bright flame. By the power of Dark Goddess in me, protection in place, blessed be. So they are quite long descriptions here. But what this is saying here, Leo, is that you've been a rebel all of your life. You've always stood up for yourself, for other people, standing in your light, really empowered, very strong energy. It's like you're the warrior here in this lifetime. Being born as a Leo, you're always up against a fight of something, some kind of energy, someone, and sometimes even yourself. And I feel like that's what this has to do with, is it's almost this fight against yourself. So when you're being a rebel, instead of fighting against yourself, step into your power and really look towards how you can help other people. So what you may have been experiencing here, we're just going to pull these two. So here we have cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Some of you may have felt cracked or lost or feeling like there's something missing in your life here. I feel like a lot of you have probably had some difficulties, some lackful energies going on here, and this is saying to surrender to the alchemy of life. Here we have number 26 with the triple star grid. Align. I connect and align with my higher consciousness. This is what Spirit's advice is. This is what Spirit is trying to guide you to do. So any kind of lackful energies or any kind of struggles you've been having here, it's because of that ego, that shadow work that needs to be done within your own empowerment. If you're going to go against the grain, if you're going to fight against illusion, you're going to fight the powers, make sure that you have a reason to do that you're doing it for the highest good, and not just because you can or because you feel like you would be a better leader. Do it as purpose or for purpose here. We have the void, stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. So again, filling that void. A lot of you may have felt like you just are struggling, you can't get through, it's all dark. It's like this this battle, I feel like. And what I feel like Spirit is saying here is really the battle isn't against you and everybody else, or you and everything else. The battle is against you and your shadow, you and yourself. Star answers, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. So this is Spirit coming through and saying, look within yourself. The answer is within yourself, and that's exactly what this empowerment segment card is saying. That you have all of the power. All the source of your energy is the answer here, is the wisdom. So we have the Jade Star, number 23, surrender. I am ready to let go with self-compassion. So allowing yourself to be loved, surrendering to the divine, surrendering to the changes of yourself, of the universe here. It's a very powerful energy that I get here. I feel like the battle that you have had, more than likely, when you feel struggle, it's not because you're up against anybody that's more powerful than you or something that's better than you. It's the struggle, the internal struggle. It's almost like you have two warriors within that are like constantly battling here. And Spirit is saying that it doesn't have to be a battle here. If you bring everything to light, if you surrender to the divine, to the universe, to self, to your higher self, everything is going to align in the right way so that you can start manifesting a better life for yourself. We have the Awakener, rise. Out of the ashes, I rise like the golden sun. And here you are, Leo. As soon as you start taking a look at your ego, taking a look at yourself, and making sure that you're actually fighting for a real purpose and not just fighting because you can or because you feel like you would be better for whatever it is. When you start seeing it as you're fighting for others, you're fighting for the universe, you're fighting for a higher purpose to make things better. Take the ego out of it. Take yourself out of the equation and make it more of what you can do for others. Now, I know that these readings specifically are going to be quite triggering for some people. Some people are not ready to hear the inner truths of their shadow and what's going on there. But for those of you who are ready to hear this, you're going to find this very enlightening for yourself. And it's almost like a light bulb is going to turn on and you're going to realize, like, that's exactly what's been happening here. You've been battling within, battling your ego, yourself, and it doesn't have to be that way. Now is a time to rest, retreat. Take a look inside, into the inner depths of your soul, of your highest self here. Because Spirit is trying to get you to align with your higher consciousness. They're saying to surrender here. You don't have to force everything. And as soon as you start balancing those energies out, you're going to find that things come much easier for you. So some of the ways Spirit is saying for you to be able to really take a hold of this and really bring that shadow up to the light, because it's not about fighting it. And that's what I feel like this whole lesson is here. The whole message is that you've been fighting that shadow, really going against the grain. It's not about fighting it. It's about embracing everything that you are, embracing that darkness until it becomes light, until it no longer becomes something that holds you back, but it empowers you just as much as the light or higher consciousness self does. And so Spirit is saying here to make sure you're taking time out, rest, make sure you're meditating, thinking about the higher wisdom. Take a look at any kind of aspect that's happening in your life that you feel like you've been fighting against a brick wall and just not making any progress, and figure out from within why that is. Don't blame it on the circumstance or the other people involved. What is it that you can do to change this situation to have progress? How can you approach it in a different way? How can you really dig deep into that inner wisdom and find that there is a light and alignment here for you? I really feel like with the Awakener, out of the ashes, I rise like the golden sun. You're in this transformative time here, Leo, and Spirit is really trying to help you align. And this is saying, I am ready to let go with self-compassion. So things that you've been fighting against, it's almost like self-inflicted wars I get, okay? And this could be in relationships, in career, in business, in life in general. It's like you're having to fight through everything. But really, the battle isn't around around you. And I know that's going to be difficult for some of you to see. The battle is from within you. And as soon as you surrender, you embrace that shadow side with love and you bring it to the light and you start seeing it as not, how you can get ahead, but how you can help others, how you can make the situation whole, how you can progress in a higher wisdom way instead of fighting. It's almost like taking that fight and saying, this is no longer a fight. How can I progress without going against the grain, without fighting this here? And that doesn't mean losing your power or losing your leadership. This is bringing you to a whole nother level of leadership. So it's very important that you're taking that time out to meditate, that you're really figuring out at the core of yourself what it is that you want and how you can get there without the battle, without fighting yourself or fighting those dark parts of yourself here. Because I feel like that's exactly what it is that blocks you, is that shadow self and feeling like you have to fight against it when Spirit is saying, no, no, no. No, you don't fight against it. You embrace it. You bring it into the light and see how instead of it being a negative, how you can bring that into the light and make it a positive, more energy, more leadership, and how you can move forward. This is a really big cycle for you guys that you have been on a very long journey learning from. And so it's right now, I feel like jade is going to be a very good stone for you guys to be working with right now. Make sure you're taking those bath salts. Make sure that you are stepping out of that mind frame of I have to win at all costs or I have to fight through this. It's more of a release, a relaxation, and that's when the wisdom floods into you. That's when that shadow comes to the light and you're no longer battling. It's like it just flows freely to you, whatever it is that you desire. All right, Leo, that's what I have for you guys today. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I'll see you all next time.